Yo, you were listening to The Urban Product. It's your boy, Cozy Rich.
And it's your girl, Imani.
And we got a different type of show for you guys today. As you can see, our co-host, DME, Dev, ain't here with us. He's
mediator.
Yeah, he's holding he's holding down the fort, handling some personal things. You know, we all got lives outside of the podcast and studio, so he's gonna handle that, and you'll see him next week. But for this episode, you got your two favorite hosts of the Urban Product back and better than ever. Already. I ain't even gonna lie to you though. It's I haven't seen you guys in about like 2-3 weeks.
I'm hip.
I did an episode solo with Dev, and then Mani came and did an episode solo with Dev, and then we took a week off because we weren't able to get into the studio, and now we're here.
Okay.
And it's me and Imani. So I guess we've all had that one-on-one with each other. So this is the culmination of that, and you're going to see the chemistry between me and Imani, the chemistry that we've had since day fucking one.
Yeah.
But real quick before I get into this shit, how you been?
I've been alright. I'm not gonna lie to everybody. I was in a little funk. I did some growing up. I, actually had conversations that I've been pushing off for a while. So those are already out the way. I'm an overthinker, so sometimes when I get in this situation, I don't really handle it the best way because I keep thinking about so many different ways it can go instead of just doing it. So I'm very happy that situation calmed itself down. School is kicking me in the ass. If any one of y'all know physics very well, please go in the DM. Just do it, because that's the only thing that's really, really kicking my ass right now. But other than that, I'm fine. Work's cool. Spot is dope. Everyone paid attention. I'm so happy. Nobody turned on the fire alarm this weekend. I actually slept for a full 8 hours. Nobody broke anything. Nobody threw up this past weekend, and it was homecoming. So I'm very proud that everybody listened to what I said. Let's keep it going. But how about you? How was your weekend?
Real quick before I get into my weekend, I wanted to ask you, like, I know you said you just you confronted something that you've been pushing off for a while. I've realized, like, in my personal experiences, the more you do that and like just get out your comfort zone, the more you like it. Like,
yeah.
Have you realized that, or is that something like you think could possibly happen for you?
No, there's definitely something I try to tell myself to keep doing. The family I grew up with is not confrontational. They just feel like that energy, like the moment it's out there, like you just keep your hands clean of it. Don't even pay it no mind. So that's where I got that from. But the way I worry about stuff and the way like I feel like stuff like weighs on my mind, I'm like, you know what? This is just going to allow me to just think freely. I don't have to worry about who's around me. I could just have things cordial, cool, whatever. So definitely, it's definitely a process.
I get that. I remember back in high school, I used to like always have shit going down, and I would love to, just confront it head on. Or if it was something I was scared to do, I would love to, or not scared to do, but something new to try. I would want to try that shit immediately just so I could get good at it, because I love to learn new things. But besides that, I mean,
how you been?
For me, life has been pretty good. Actually, the week I missed the show, I was kind of heated because I missed the show for a Moneybag concert, right?
How'd it go?
This nigga didn't show up. So I buy my ticket, right? I'm ticket.
So sorry.
It's at Big Night Live. It's a nice little event right next to the Garden, right? So got my ticket, show up there, we're in the event. I'm drinking, it's cooling, listening to music, waiting for him to get on stage. Right. I got there around like 7:30. He's supposed to get on stage around like 9:30. So I'm a little wavy at this point, and at 8:45, 9 o'clock, all you hear is an announcement on stage.
Stop.
Excuse me. Moneybag Yo has missed his flight. We have to cancel the concert. Call Ticketmaster to get your money back. Get the fuck out. I was so heated. You have no idea. Huh?
Did you get your money back?
Yeah, they automatically refunded me. I'm going to get it back at the end of the month. Okay. But either way, I was just heated because I could have been here. I wasted time. You know what I mean? I wasted money on drinks that I bought for no reason, getting lady for no reason. I was just upset. At least it wasn't, the weather it is outside, because the weather we're having this week is absolutely shitty. Just nonstop rain, like tsunami, flooding, windy, all that shit. New England, you know what I mean? Nor'easter. It is what it is. We used to this shit. Life is what it is. Besides that, I really can't complain. I mean, work has been pretty good. I've been crushing it at work the last 2 weeks.
Okay, getting that money.
NBA season's back, my favorite sports. So we got, the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, I guess. Okay. Yeah, back in full swing. Mm-hmm. I'm happy to be able to, just go home at any point at night during the week and know I'm going to be able to watch an NBA game. And I'm just in a better place right now mentally. I've been focusing a lot on myself, like staying off of social media, just focusing on myself, really. Mm-hmm. Just making sure I'm in a good place mentally. I've handled all my problems. Like, I'm just trying to really get rid of all the stress before the new year, because I just have a certain way I want to live. And I feel like as I'm getting older, like my birthday's in February, as I'm getting closer to 25, my mindset and mentality is changing like slowly every single day. Yes. We're going to talk about that later, but I just wanted to say that. Real quick before we get into it, I wanted to just talk about the Urban Product real quick. Okay. For us, we've been doing this for an extended period of time. Mm-hmm. Last year, we came out with two sets of merchandise. We came out with a winter collection and a summer collection. What you're seeing right now is from the winter collection. We still have some products, as well as we still got some products online. If you are interested in still copping your winter collection products or summer collection products, merchandise, we have sweaters, pants, hats, T-shirts. Whatever you want, we got. So just go on the website, www.theurbanproduct.com, and then just go to shop, one of the links, and you'll see whatever you want there. And I also wanted to mention that there's a contest as well. Let me mention the person's name. Yeah. Okay. So it's by Hip Hop New England, right? We're being nominated for best hip hop platform. So go on IG. Go on Hip Hop New England's page.
Show the support.
Show your support for the best fucking platform in New England. Fuck New England, in the country.
Let them know what the vibes are.
Tag us, vote for us, give us your support. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that because we're being nominated and we need the fruits for our labor and we deserve to be recognized.
Okay. And be on the lookout for new merch too, because you never know when we might come around.
Yeah, we got some things cooking up on the low, so just be prepared for when we unexpectedly drop, because we like to do these unexpected drops. Okay. So just be on the lookout for that, and other than that, let's get into it. First and foremost, what are you doing for Halloween?
I'm not doing anything. I mean, you just gave me plans, but other than that, I don't really have any plans for Halloween. The last time I celebrated was before COVID, and that was interesting because I don't celebrate Halloween. I didn't really celebrate it growing up. Mm-hmm. So the last time I bought an outfit didn't fit me. So I had to do a low key, just quick outfit, came up with it. And then I ended up being with a whole bunch of kids. I didn't really have fun. So this Halloween is just get lit and have a good time, whether that's at home, whether it's at whatever thing you invited me to, or I'm just here for a vibe. But what do you have planned for Halloween?
I mean, so this whole month, people have just been throwing plans my way. And just like you, I'm a Haitian man, growing up in a Haitian household. Halloween is the devil's holiday. Exactly. You know what I mean? Why would you want to celebrate the devil's holiday? So I've never really done anything, never really dressed up or anything like that. When I dress up, I just put a jersey on, call it a day. You feel me? I am whoever that jersey says I am. But this week, I feel I'm gonna meet my boy Isaac in Brockton. Then we gonna head to Bewater and go to a nice little Halloween party out there. Just meet up with some old college friends. Nothing crazy. That's on Friday though. I don't know what I'm actually gonna do. Halloween day on Sunday. Mm-hmm. Then again, it's Sunday and I work the next day, and I'm a grown ass man at this point, and I don't really care to be out on a Sunday. I'll do my shit, my partying on Friday and Saturday. But I don't know. I'm gonna have a good time. Either way, actually this is gonna be my costume.
Boy,
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm wearing all black, legit all black, and then a ski mask. So I'm gonna be a thug.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What?
What is the obsession with these ski masks? Look, I literally just had this conversation with a friend over the weekend. Why do y'all wear these things?
First of all, who the fuck is y'all? Who are you comping in as y'all?
No.
Who
because
is y'all?
For whatever reason, boys want to wear these ski masks out in public while they're running errands, and I'm looking at you like, it's not even nighttime. I would respect you at least if it's nighttime. You trying to be on some demon time, go off. But during the day, you just look crazy.
Now, I can hear you during the day. I would never try to do that.
That's just crazy.
I live in Burlington, Mass, and that is suburbia. That is nothing but the Caucasians out there.
Okay.
And if I were to walk into Market Basket or any other location in Burlington during the daytime, actually at any time with the ski mask on, I'm getting the police called on me. But Halloween is the one day I can get away. I can get away with it because everyone's wearing the most wildest shit in the world.
I mean, yeah.
I can't wait to see what slutty outfits the girls are gonna wear. You know what I mean? What is it this year? Gonna be a nurse, police officer, army girl?
I see a lot of people doing Shigo from Kim Possible. I see a lot of people doing some nice like Caroline, like just straight, just makeup all over their face. I'm not doing all that, but kudos to everybody that's killing it. We'll see what Imani comes up with.
Either way, I can't wait to see the outfits. But just so you know, this party you don't got to wear a costume, but it's nice if you do.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I feel like Halloween is more for y'all though.
For the men?
Yes, I feel like for us.
Whoa! Okay. I feel like girls go way more all out for Halloween than men do.
Just now, I was about to make it a whole like come at men type of conversation, but nah, that was capping.
I feel like women take Halloween as a chance to wear the least amount of clothes as they want and get away with it,
or just be their alter ego, whatever that may be for the year.
Now,
that's how I look at it.
Pardon my language.
Oh, God.
Pardon my language, but you just said alter ego.
Yes.
So if I see you wearing. If I see you wearing, clothes and your ass cheeks is out and your titties is out, what is that? What is your alter ego at that point?
Whatever name. I feel like every girl has an alter ego. They have a name. You have Beyonce. You have Femme Fatale. Not Femme Fatale. Whatever her thing is. Like every girl just has like an extra persona. Hey, if you see a girl coming out here in like some nurse outfits, maybe she wants to be a nurse. On top of whatever else she's trying to do that night.
Maybe she wants to be a nurse.
You never know. I don't know. Shit. Like, it's just a good time to just dress like something you can't do in the daytime. Like, I can't dress with straight leather all over the place in the daytime, but I can do that on Halloween because y'all gonna fuck with it.
I got no comment because I know if I say the things I actually want to say.
What do you want to say?
I'm just saying, like, y'all be dressing hella slutty for Halloween, and I'm just like, yo, if that's your alter ego, that's your alter ego. Don't sugarcoat it and whatnot.
I mean, what woman? I mean, if we're being quite honest, most men want a woman, a classy woman in the daytime, and then when it's nighttime out. Hey, you want to freak in the streets or whatever and all this other stuff. So she's just showing you what she's about. You just see it one time of the year in public. Other than that, it's behind closed doors. But she's letting everybody know.
No man wants their girl to show any man,
stop.
any other. No man wants to see his girl looking the way y'all do sometimes out in public any day of the fucking year. It don't even matter if it's Halloween. It's just that it's Halloween, so we really can't say anything.
No, you can't.
But I respect that answer. It is what it is. I was watching the podcast last 2 weeks, and I noticed you guys didn't touch upon this. And Dave Chappelle, he's the king of comedy at this point. In my opinion, he's the go to comedy. He came out with a special at the beginning of the month. It's called The Closer. And this special, he was really just talking about the LGBTQ community, more specifically the trans community.
Yes.
And I thought it was a hilarious special because he's Dave Chappelle. The things he says, he makes it relatable, and just the stories he brings up they're just funny stories. But he's been getting a lot of backlash from the trans community, specifically because of this special, because of the way the community thinks he treated them, as well as just painted the picture of them. So, for example, Netflix trans employees staged a walkout a couple weeks ago, or last week, where all the trans, I'm pretty sure if you were lesbian, gay as well, if you wanted to support, you were part of that as well. They all just walked out. And they actually demanded that Netflix take down the special because of the insensitivity, as well as the fact that they just don't agree with the message. So I just wanted to bring that to the floor to get your opinions, because I don't know if you watched the special. Wanted to see what you thought about the special, as well as just the backlash he's receiving from the trans community.
Okay, well, I'll say this. I feel like I'm on the fence with this situation because even though I am a supporter of the LGBTQ community, I do feel like a lot of things, especially with comedians, like they've been getting a lot of flack for some of the shit they say. Is it right that they say it? No, it's not. But when you also think about what most comedians be saying and doing, like when you look back at the people, what's his name? Chris Rock, Richard Pryor, fucking Cat Williams. Like all these other people say outlandish ass comments. And sometimes it's funny and we look at it surface level without understanding what it's doing to other people on a deeper and more emotional level. So I understand the backlash. I understand the anger or whatever emotion you want to describe. But I also want everybody to understand that like people who are in positions such as Dave Chappelle, especially when he had a show, the show that he had, do we have to go to the R. Kelly joke? Do we have to go there? Like, we know what this man is capable of, so it's like you can't really get mad at the man, but at the same time you can't. So it's like a back and forth situation. What was your thought process on it?
For me, like I said, I thought the special was fucking hilarious. I just think you can't pick and choose what to get mad at. For me, with Dave Chappelle, he has been consistent his entire career from the Chappelle Show to the closer. He has come at every single freaking group you can think of. Black, white, gay, trans, Asian, Muslim, legitimately everyone. He has come at everyone. And he's never been ridiculed for a special the way he is because of this. And I think it's honestly just because of the culture we live in and cancel culture. Yep. And just the way people just are just so scared of that community now, don't want to say the wrong thing. And Dave Chappelle just doesn't give a fuck because he's been doing this his entire career. And yes, he said some jokes that if I was a part of the trans community, I wouldn't think is funny. But then again, not everything is going to be funny to everyone. You're not going to laugh at every joke. And if you didn't like the show, don't watch it. Yeah. I can tell you there are so many things I see on Hulu, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Netflix that I absolutely despise.
And it's still on there.
I could find things on there that I could probably not discriminate me, but offend me and make me feel some type of way. But instead of complaining about it, I just don't watch it because that's not made for me. That's not my type of material. There is certain material that is catered to me, so I'm going to watch that. So when I hear that they staged a walkout because of the special and they want to get it taken down, I'm just thinking that this group has too much power or thinks they have too much power to the point where they can make a multi-billion-dollar company like Netflix get rid of a special from the GOAT of all time because they just disagree with what he's saying. When in actuality, he didn't say... He comes at everyone. He simply just comes at everyone. So I wouldn't take it personally, especially because if they actually listen to the special itself, you would hear that Dave Chappelle mentioned that one of his good friends was a trans woman from San Francisco who he formed a friendship with over the last like 5 to 10 years. And she came to his defense on Twitter as he was getting ridiculed and attacked by people from the trans community, LGBTQ community. And then she started getting attacked as well and ended up committing suicide. But no one said anything about that. So I'm just mentioning like this right here is just an example of being a pick-me. And because if you're going to get upset about this, you need to be consistent and get upset about other things as well when it offends people. You can't just only get offended. You can't only get offended when it offends you. You're not going to get anyone's respect if that's the case. So that's how I see this situation. And I want to leave it at that simply because I don't want to get harassed or anything like that.
No way. Okay.
But I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from when I say this, that Dave Chappelle has just been doing this his entire career and this is who he is. And for anyone to think that he's targeting people, being insensitive, no, he's doing his job. He's being a comedian. He's being funny in the way he knows how to be funny. He doesn't have to be funny to you. As long as he's reaching his target audience, which I'm very sure he did, he's doing his job. And as well as the fact that he has stated several times that he is willing to go speak to, the trans community. If you want to have him, he will speak to you, but you just need to watch his special.
I'll just say this. I just feel like sometimes people are people are allowing their emotions to take over, and maybe I don't feel like I watched it and I don't feel like what he said was crazy, but when I did hear, I was like, you know, you're gonna get flack for it. Like he didn't say anything directly, but like in between the lines, you're like, like bro, like I get where you're trying to go there, but like understand what you said. It was gonna have automatic backlash. As soon as he said it, I already knew what it was, because I was looking for it as I was hearing. I was like, okay, what did he say? I was like, he's saying not crazy, but people get triggered by their experiences. So if he said something, even the slightest, that had to do with their experience, they're probably looking at him like, all right, you literally can't speak on my life, so why are you talking? But then again, like I said, and like Rich said, this is his job to literally talk shit about everybody, look at what everybody's doing, and have his input, and do it in a way that's comical and entertaining to his audience. So that's why I said it's a very back and forth sticky situation, especially now. Dave
Chappelle said something very that resonated a lot with me, and it was early in the show. He was like, in America, you can kill a black man in Walmart and get away with it, but God damn, like if you go at the LGBTQ community, good luck. And he was kind of right. Like they kind of proved him right with that. And I just wanted to just piggyback off of what you said. Like I 100% agree. Like once I started hearing the jokes, I was like, oh, he's gonna get mad shit for this. But it wasn't because of the jokes itself. It was because I know how that community works. So I knew they were going to try to cancel him, but you can't cancel Dave Chappelle. But I'm going to just leave it at that. We can go on. Yeah, move on to the next subject.
I feel like now more than ever, we like, especially when it comes to going out with friend groups, I feel like I've always had this problem since like I graduated from high school, but it got worse as we got older. How are you supposed to split a check when going out to eat with your friends? Is it better to split it up individually by what the person bought? Or if you have a certain amount of people, you just split up the check by the amount of people that's there? Because every time the check comes in, everybody always has that conversation. How are we splitting the check? How are we doing this? How are we doing that? But I'm like, bro, like...
See, that's the issue for me. Like, if we're splitting the check, and to me personally, like, this only happens when I'm dealing with certain people. I only split the check with certain people just because, like...
You know where it's gonna go.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I know they like to overdo it, and if I'm not balling out like you are, I'm not going to be paying this extra money just because you did all that. Right. So to answer your question, for me, it always happens at the beginning of the night, or before we even get there. As we're driving there, essentially, how are we splitting this check? What are we doing? Are we splitting the check? Are we paying all together? Does everyone got their money? Like, what's going on? And for me, I've always thought, like, if we are splitting the check, it needs to be discussed beforehand, and you need to tell the waiter or waitress beforehand as well, so they can itemize and separate everything you guys are ordering at the beginning of the order to make it easier on them rather than at the end. Because if you got a party of like 10 people,
it's
right?
It's so embarrassing.
Exactly, and then you just get one receipt. Call the waiter over. Yeah, we want to split this. And then you're each just like going through the receipt. I got this, and I got this. And there's always that one person. I didn't order that.
Yep.
I'm not paying for that. I didn't order that. When you can vividly remember they ordered that. So I'm just like, that's to avoid that. It all happens at the beginning. Like, all right, we're each splitting our check. This is my order. This is his order. And then so on and so forth.
But I do feel like sometimes too, like even when I was in Atlanta, this happened to a table that was sitting next to us when we went out to eat, and they ended up adding shit to the order because it was such a large group that they just figured the large group was going to be like, nah, we'll just pay it, whatever. Little did they forget, they're dealing with, some black people. And
was that in Boston?
No, that was in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. That happened in Boston too.
It was in Atlanta. And they all were there for maybe like an hour and a half, like 2 hours, trying to break it down. When literally in the beginning, there was a couple there. But when I tell you 20 minutes after the fact, they were nowhere to be found. And they're still figuring out how they have to pay like $300 left of the bill. I said, oh, y'all got to call your friends because they didn't pay the bill. I'm honestly, like, all y'all here but two people. What's not clicking here?
For that, first of all, how the hell you let everyone leave? And how do you not see that happening? That's me, for one. But yeah, if I ever have friends that left me with the bill, oh nah, everyone's dying when I get home. I put that on everything. I'm blowing up everyone's shit. I'm putting your shit out there. Nah, we run in your pockets. But yeah, definitely gotta do that at the beginning of the order, just so I don't look
crazy.
Yeah, I don't look wild and like I've never been out to a restaurant before.
Like I don't got bread. I don't got crazy bread. I got money to pay.
I got money to afford eating out.
Okay.
So I know how to properly eat out. So if we gonna do that, we splitting checks the right way. Let the waiter know at the beginning, and then we move on.
Alrighty. My next topic that I wanted to bring up was a scenario where there's somebody that you don't like for a definite fact, no matter how many conversations, no matter how many times you try to mend fences, whatever, you just don't like a certain person. But you see one of your homeboys or you see one of your girls hang out with that particular person. Like, how you gonna feel about that situation? Are you gonna be like, whatever happened with me doesn't really affect you, or like, nah, like you're my friend, so you should not like this person because they did me crazy?
24 years old, right? I've had a lot of friends. Friends come and go throughout the years, but the best friends have stayed throughout the years. And for me, if I have beef with someone or if I don't like a person, I don't put that expectation on my friends unless we've been done in the same light. And when I mean that, I'm like, this person both did us dirty. They did the same thing to us. Why would you keep fucking with them when they moved like that? Because I'm going to look at you weird. Like, why would you want to keep dealing with someone that did you like that? But if they don't have that similar experience to me, then I can't put any expectation on them to not fuck with that person because they just know them in a different way than I do. You know what I mean? So with things like that, I just let people know, like, for example, right? There's I'll bring this up. For example, there's this guy from my senior year of high school I actually just recently squashed beef with because I just didn't give a fuck anymore. And what he did was he got on my high school girl, right? When we were still in high school, and I just didn't respect him for that. And 5 years later, like, looking back at the situation, I can understand why I didn't fuck with him, but I never told my friends that fucked with him not to fuck with him. Like, yo, that's between me and him. Whatever relationship you have with him, continue to have that relationship. If y'all go fishing, go fishing. If y'all play ball together, go play ball together. But just don't involve me in it because I don't fuck with this man. But 3 weeks ago to a month ago, I just randomly caught one of my boys FaceTiming him. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, I could care less about this situation. I could definitely give less than a fuck about this girl anymore. Like, she's irrelevant. What do I look like letting this really just stick with me and keep me from being a better man or a bigger man and just squashing this beef? Because this is really just child's beef, you know what I mean? And when we spoke about it, we both agreed, like, yeah, what happened was wrong. Nigga apologized for it, but we moved on and we good. Like, nothing happened. And that's just how I see it. So that's me. What about you?
I feel like it's easier for guys. I feel like I've had a lot of female friends get mad at me for not like if they don't like a particular girl or this girl's foul or she don't know how to keep her mouth shut, they're like, why are you hanging around her? Like, that's mad weird.
Now, let me ask you this question real quick before you continue. You said it's easier for guys. Why is it easier for guys? Just why is it easiisr for us? Because there's nothing that I did in that situation that you could not do yourself.
I did.
Is it a pride thing? Women are more prideful. It could be a
pride thing. It could be a trust thing. Because I feel like with girls, like, we get real intimate with each other. Like, intimate in terms of, like, just like, you my girl. Like, I'm spilling all my beans to you. If I'm in a situation, I'm gonna call you. All this other stuff. But once I find out you're like trying to do the same thing with somebody who like scammed me, it's like, I tell people, you be friends with who you want to be with. But I'm always observant. I always watch certain people. I just feel like sometimes with girls, like, there's always like an ulterior motive. But then again, that's my experience. I'm not saying that's all females. But when it comes to female friendships, there's always a situation over some like petty bullshit. Always.
With what you just said, what I took from that was birds of a feather flock together. So if she can fuck with this girl who did this to me, I can't fuck with her because she may be able to do the same thing. That's what I just took from what you said.
Yeah.
Now, why do you have that assumption though? Like, because
sometimes it happens.
Okay, so it's actually happened. That's why you believe it'll happen. Okay. Now, I understand that, but not everyone is like that, which is why you can't treat everyone the same way you've treated other people. You got to treat it on by a case by case basis.
No, right, definitely. I've definitely been in this situation where like I've gotten friends mad at me for still being cool with other people. I just feel like as long as I don't show you any inclination that I'm on the same type of time, you should be fine. But again, I'm always observant. I just have to be observant, especially now with 24. Like, you got to be selective with who you have around you. So if you have anybody even like resembling that type of energy or that type of mindset, I don't even want to like indulge at all.
What if you had a man that was like, I don't want you to be friends with these people because I don't like the way they move? Like, has that ever happened to you? Like, how would you approach that situation?
Oh my God. I've had dudes come and tell me that like, oh, the friends you hang out with, they're making you, or they're like adding like drama to our situation, or they're making you act a certain way when you're with your friends. I said, what? I act a certain way when I'm with you. like, please.
She said,
stop.
That's me. That's me when I'm with them.
Like, come on. But anywho, I've had dudes try to do that, and I'm just like, listen, like, if they're here before you, you can't tell me I can't hang out with them. Like, I don't. If I have a boyfriend, he tells me not to hang out with you or Devin, it's slow for him. Like,
who are you?
Like, I can't. Him? Like, I can't. No. Are you okay? You want his mother to come after me? Are you crazy?
No, I honestly feel that though. Like, I'm the same way. Because if a girl ever came up to me was just like, or if my girlfriend ever came up to me was just like, yo, stop fucking with her. Stop fucking with her. I just don't like the way she's moving. But nothing has actually been done to her, or like anything has been mentioned about her or anything like that. I'm just looking at her like, you're either being insecure, jealous, or controlling. Either way, not dealing with it, not fucking with it. It has nothing to do with me. You need to deal with that yourself because they were here before you. More than likely, if this does not work, they're going to be here after you. Yep. So I'm not going to remove them from the situation. And what I find about situations like that, like people that want you to move like that, they just won't
move like that themselves.
That, as well as the fact that they're just being really controlling. Like, they just have control issues. For the most part, like, if a friend is telling you not to fuck with another friend because they don't fuck with them, I feel like it's because, like, if they just may not have many friends themselves. True. So as a result, like, yo, I gotta keep everyone I fuck with together so they don't leave me because how other people do me. Mm-hmm. But that's how I see it. I don't know. This world's wild.
Nah, but that's a huge turn off. I like what? Like, oh, you can't do that. What are you talking about? Like, come on.
Now, I will say this, though. From a man, like, I have fucked with women. And as a man, like, I know when a guy is being, like, nice and friendly. And you know, like, when your girl has guy friends that want to get at her on the low. Like, as a guy, it's just very easy to tell. I don't know. I think that's just me, but I think it's very easy to tell when a girl has friends that are men that want to, like, fuck her, but keep it as a friendship. Like, hide it as a friendship. And I've told women that before, like, yo, you need to be careful of him. Like, I don't say, like, yo, you got to cut him off. But you got to be careful of this dude because I see the way he moves. I see the way he looks at you. I see the way he talks.
Yes, he
definitely has ulterior motives. And if given the chance, he will risk it all. He will risk this friendship to get in your pants. I have said that to women before, and they have told me, I'm crazy. You don't know what you're talking about.
And they end up
You're insane. Then one drunk night happens,
and they end up dealing with
and the man either professes the way he feels, makes a move, and she has to curve him, and the friendship just naturally erodes from there. But has that ever happened to you?
No, I've never gotten that conversation of, oh, so and so is on some weird shit. I've gotten like tantrums, like, oh, who's this nigga, or like, who, like, where'd he come from? How come I haven't met him? And I'm just like,
you got niggas hurt, huh?
I'm just like, bro, I can't. And you know what it is too? And I'm gonna say this for now and future reference. Any person who's interested, I'm a very touchy-feely, like, outgoing. Like, this is how I am with everybody. So if you're not cool with me doing this, I don't know what to tell you, because I do that with every single person. So I just, situations like that, again, huge turnoff, because I was this person when you met me. So now that you have me, you trying to tell me I can't be the same person? Are you out your mind? Try again.
Shit, why the fuck you think you over here? Why you think you over here? Yo, if you fucking with Imani, you better realize who you fucking with. Like, you better get to know her and know what you getting into, because she ain't taking no shorts. Straight up. I'm
a good looking girl, and I'm a loyal girl too. So if you trust me, you trust me.
You see this face card? Nigga.
You're welcome. But what is like I said, that was a huge turn off for me. What is a huge turn off for you?
Turn off?
Yes.
For me, I could go. We listen to one, like your biggest.
All right. Let's give like top two. Jesus Lord. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie, bad teeth.
Okay.
That's a very big turn off for me.
Okay.
As well as the fact that like bad toes.
So like bad hygiene.
No. Like you could have like.
You can have good hygiene, but just
no. You could have good hygiene and still have bad teeth, like crooked or like broken, fucked up teeth. Like you may have just never been able to afford braces, like through no fault of your own. Like that is the case.
So what do you? So okay, because we have people like this out here, where like everything matches up, except for that one thing. So what do you do in this situation where everything's looking right? Then shorty opens her mouth and you just get traumatized. What are you doing?
Now this is when I tell you that COVID has been the most stressful time of my fucking life. Because I think of that shit all the time.
No, I really be thinking about that sometimes too.
Like especially like
when under that mask?
When mask was at like its peak and like you were just out and about in public and you could only see like the eyes. And some women be like, their bodies be Debo and their eyes just be looking amazingly crazy. It's like, yo, she's fucking beautiful. But I don't know what her smile looks like. I don't know what her teeth looks like. I've been caught in that situation one too many times where I'm just going based off, the eyes through COVID. And I've gotten fucked over and I've just been like,
I'm sorry. Ow.
Do you know how hard it is to get out of like trying to get a girl once you in the middle of that conversation? Like, oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? Like, yo, what's your name? Like, starting that. And then she pulls down her mask like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to come over. Like,
text whoever. You have that friend where you be like, yo, call me real quick. I need an emergency.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
I feel you, but like, that's how I feel that's how I felt all throughout COVID with the mask mandate. Like, I wasn't really approaching anyone just because you never know what the fuck is beneath that mask. So when at the gym, perfect example, because at the gym is the perfect place to look, but not like touch or say anything. You allowed to look at the gym because people be in their prime. You know what I mean? I be going to the gym, feeling myself, catching them looks in the mirror, like, I'll do this, and I'll be giving looks. So with that being said, when the mask mandate was lifted and throughout COVID, I started seeing all the girls who I thought was fine as hell without masks. Nigga. The amount of ugly women I work out with is insane. That's all I came to the conclusion.
Hold on.
But I also noticed that I work out with some beautiful goddesses, some Amazonian goddesses. So there's that as well. But I'll just say there's not nearly as many beautiful women as I thought there were. And that's what the mask mandate taught me. So
that's what the mask mandate taught you.
And to wear a mask. Okay. But
all right, bro.
But yeah, bad teeth. Because that shit is such a setup. Oh my God.
I hate that.
Like you can have a beautiful smile and then it's just like, yo, I'm sorry, can't do that. I can't imagine kissing that and like, yo, my tongue going through that gap. Like, oh my gosh. Yo, I sound terrible right now, but yeah, bad teeth and bad toenails.
Bad toenails.
Why? Because I have not seen a woman with bad feet. And as a woman, if you got bad feet, what does that say about you?
You have a foot fetish, sir?
No, not at all. But I just know my thing is like I like good feet. Like I don't care to see feet, but if your toes are out, they better look good. There's no reason you should have hangnails as a woman. There's no reason you should have.
Sometimes I'll be like, my feet will never look crazy. I always take care of my feet. But sometimes you're one of those people that look at toes and hands, and I gotta be like, why are you looking at my toes?
I mean, yo, if you gonna show your toes, all right, word. Let's see what you working with. Cause
no fucking way.
I used to get destroyed, like roasted for my toes, because I used to play college ball, all that shit. So it was understood. I had athlete's feet. I had bunions. I had calluses. All that shit. Now my shits is looking beautiful.
Yeah, you came a long way.
Yeah, my shits is beautiful. I get a pedicure once a month now. So if I could do that, there's no reason why a woman shouldn't be able to do that, because y'all pamper yourselves way more than men. So if I see a woman with hangnails, bunions, calluses, dirt under her toenails, I'm telling you right now, I'm kicking her out the crib and never talking to her again, because you got bad hygiene, and that's a red flag.
Oh.
What about you?
Turn off. Controlling is definitely one, but also one that really like stuck out to me is just emotional intelligence. Threw a spicy one in there for you guys. What does that mean?
Okay.
If we're having a conversation and you know you're not able to voice your opinion or your thoughts or whatever the case may be, just give me like a heads up. Like, you know what? I'm not ready right now, but we're going to have this conversation and actually have the conversation. Because there is a lot of y'all out here who'll be like, oh, we're going to have a talk. And then the talk never gets, it never gets spoken about. So it's just like, stop breadcrumbing me. Have a conversation and let me know what it is that you're feeling at the moment. And if we need to get through it, we get through it. If not, then bye. So the emotional intelligence and hygiene, because I feel old as a 24-year-old. So I do the most that I can to keep shit like, whatever. I'm working out again. I'm doing yoga. So I'm really starting to feel like, I'm like, you know what? Like, this is how a grown-up's supposed to feel like. So when I see somebody my age not doing the necessary steps to take care of themselves, look a certain type of way, sir, you're grown. Why are we out here looking like this? And girls, too. Like, why? But more so, yes. Well, so hygiene and emotional intelligence.
You said controlling first. What do you consider to be controlling? Because like a dude might just think I'm just being a man, but you might think it's controlling. So what do you consider controlling?
I think controlling is not allowing me to have my say so, trying to be assertive with everything when not understanding that like it's a two people thing, not a one person thing. I feel like with our culture, like men are very like dominant, and that's fine and all sometimes. Like you want a man to take charge and be able to like assert himself. But I don't want him to feel like he's my father, if that makes sense.
No, I get that.
Like commenting on stuff like doing a sense where it's like, I don't know, like he's better than me or whatever. Like, we're not going to do that. Slow. Allow me to, especially if I'm dating somebody or I'm talking to somebody around the same age as me, like, you're not doing no different than I'm doing. So how am I really going to look at you like, you got all the tips and everything when you're going through the same thing I am. So let's stop trying to be on a power horse trip. Understand we on the same level, just trying to build up.
Okay, I get that. You don't want anyone to tell you what to do for absolutely no reason.
No, like, I'm very stubborn.
Yeah, you need to have an understanding about what's going on and why.
Yes.
Really. Okay, I get that. I feel like for me as a man, like I have an issue doing that as well. I mean, I when you say that, I think I might be coming off as too controlling. Now I like self-reflect because I might say to do some things, but in my head it makes sense why I'm asking, but I don't convey that message out loud. So, okay, she just taught me a valuable lesson, man. Yo,
I just helped you out.
You really did. You just taught me a valuable lesson. I'm looking at that. Like, hey, yo, at 24, I finally learned that. That's crazy.
Oh, my God.
But what's your biggest turn on?
Ooh. Again, okay, a person that looks really good. Like, just clean.
That's so general.
Like, when I mean looking, okay.
What?
All right.
What is looking good? Because to me, what looking good could be looking ugly to you, so.
Okay, let me not say that.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to specify.
Okay, what I mean looking good, like smiling. I feel like men don't like to smile all the time. Y'all always want to do like a mugshot face. No, I want you to smile. Smile. Yeah, why are we always doing mugshot faces?
Because
like,
there's a time and a place for a smile.
Oh my God, the amount of times I heard that. Go off. Another thing that turns me on is a man who has like a hustle mentality or like a go-getter mentality. Like somebody who shows me that like they're going to get their shit done and it doesn't reflect them doing that it's not a reflection of me or their family. It's a reflection of them. Like, they themselves put in the effort to get the shit done, and not anybody else that's like pushing them to do it. Like, they're their own man type of situation. That's a huge turn on. I like a man that know how to get money, how to save money, and how to spend money.
Turn on. I'll give y'all three turn ons. So first one, a woman that can cook. First way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Yeah, that is ladies. A fact. That is a fact. So if you can cook, I'm gonna look your way 1,000% of the time.
I like a man who's like very clean. And what I mean by that is, like, he's not like like, boys, for whatever reason, y'all get the rap for being dirty. I've been in some of y'all houses sometimes. Y'all don't know how to clean. So when I see a man that, like, you walk into his room is clean. Everything smells great. Nothing smells crazy. His clothes look, a certain type of way. Yes. But go ahead.
Man, that's why so many girls fuck with me. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense now. Now I think about it. Everything you just said, I got. That's wild. That's fucking wild. All right, my fault. I'm getting a little, just come on, getting a little confused here. But yeah, so I said food. Second, we're gonna talk about independence. And when I say that, I'm essentially saying that a girl that doesn't need me, like, she could get it all on her own. She can handle life. Like, I just compliment her. Like, she doesn't need me for anything other than dick. Mm-hmm. That to me is a turn on, because I'm just like, yo, she really to the bag. Like, she's really motivated. It's a mindset thing for me. Like, because when you're like that, it's all about mindset. And I'm in a similar mindset. I don't need anyone for anything. So if we both in that mindset, then we both going to be striving for greatness. Mm-hmm. So food, independence, don't need a nigga.
What's the third one?
Has a good sense of humor and sense of sarcasm, can be sarcastic.
Okay.
Because you have
Let's break that down.
Because women, I'm sorry, like, some of y'all.
I'm not funny.
Most of y'all are not funny.
I'm not funny.
You're hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
Most of y'all aren't funny. But a lot of y'all, like, don't get sarcasm. And it's just so stressful when you're in a conversation with me, because I'm a very sarcastic person. I wish Devin was here too, because he's equally as sarcastic as me. So when we say things sarcastically and you take it personally, it's just like, yo, I can't be playful around you. I gotta really, like, watch my words around you and be extra sensitive and all that. And that's not the way I want to live. So if I can't be 100% sarcastic, have, happy-go-lucky, and you have no sense of humor and can't have no sense of understanding that shit, I can't be around you, even if you can cook, even if you are independent and get to the bag and don't need a nigga for anything. So that goes before
everything else. That's
because that's an everyday thing.
Okay,
that's an everyday thing. I may not need you to cook every day because I can cook. You feel me? We may order out. There are gonna be days when we both need each other. You don't need to be independent every day, but I need you to be funny every day. I need you to understand sarcasm. Right? That's just a mental baseline thing, because the minute you start misunderstanding what I'm saying, that's going to cause unnecessary arguments. And I don't want to explain myself for a fucking joke.
Okay. I mean, I get that, but at the same time, I don't. Like, I've had a conversation with a guy, and he, sarcastically say some shit that, like, low key, like, I don't want nobody to point out about. So, like, sometimes it's like what you got, it's not about how you said it, it's like what you spoke about. So some girls have certain things that, that's like, wild. You should just not speak about.
What you just said is crazy, because I've been told it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And you just said it's not how you say it, it's what you say. So which one is it? Because I've been told that by women, only women.
With me, it's just what it is that we're speaking about. Because I can be a crackhead all the time. I could really be doing some dumb shit. So it's like, you could say some shit like that I'm personally, like, I know I'm working on, but, like, I don't want you to come at me, like, somewhat sideways.
No, I understand that, but...
Because if I get... One thing I've noticed with girls, once y'all go that way with girls, we come back the same way, and then y'all like, why y'all gunning for me?
No, I get that. I get that. So...
Just gotta tread lightly with that one.
I mean, for me, if that's the case, I would simply... You would still need to understand sarcasm. For me, if that's the case, just because, like, you're knowing I'm not coming from a malicious place. I didn't say that to, get on your nerves on purpose, piss you off, make you feel some type of way. It was just a joke, you know what I mean? And the fact that you understood that and you let me know that that's not something to joke about, we can move accordingly from there. And now I know in the back of my mind, what's okay and what's not. That's the way to handle that. So that's fine. But if you're just gonna get upset and not provide any context, then I'm just gonna, all right, not gonna try to deal with this. I'm dubbing the situation.
Let me know. Hey.
But she gotta be funny too. She gotta be able to crack jokes herself, because no one likes being with a boring person.
Are you guys okay with like girls being crackheads?
Oh, I love it.
Okay, bet.
I love it. I'm not gonna lie.
Jake? Like just doing some like.
Yeah, what is a crackhead? What is a crackhead for you?
You know, like.
Letting your guard down, because I feel like girls become crackheads when they're 1,000% comfortable with you.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so like an example of Imani being crackhead, I make these growl sounds sometimes. Just
Can you give us an example?
Just arr.
What the fuck? Yo, wait, do that one more time.
Just.
Hey, yo.
I don't know. I just be doing some dumb shit by myself. Be like, wow, I really just did that. That sound I do more than likely, but it's usually around like Saray or something. Oh god. You see how it started making you laugh? Every time I make that sound, everyone starts laughing. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep doing it. Because they got y'all laughing.
I ain't gonna lie, like, I feel you. All when a woman's comfortable with you, she will become a crackhead and just start doing some weird shit. Like weird fucking shit. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like men become crackheads as well. Like, I know me, like, you might consider me a crackhead anyway, just, you know, off the natural energy I run off of. But when I'm really fucking with a girl, I get even
a crackhead.
I get even more comfortable. So it's just like, yo, I'm liable to do absolutely anything. No, nothing is off the table.
You don't question what he does. You just take it in.
Just take it in. It's all love. It all comes from a good place. Mm-hmm. But yo, that was Rawr.
I love that you guys love that. That's great. But Jake, you don't like that?
That was hilarious.
You never had nobody do no like. Oh, okay. All right, go.
No, one more time for the. Yeah, that's the quote of the day.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
All right, let me ask you this, because I've always wanted this question.
Okay.
Growing up.
Love it.
Why do women go back to men that hurt them?
Oh, wow. We've had this conversation. That's lovely. On and off the show. So this is great. For me personally, it was just more so on like history. Or like history could be like the amount of time you've spent with that person. Because if there's one thing a woman hates doing, it's wasting her fucking time. So if I'm a person that's put in years of emotional work, patience, time, whatever you want to call it, into this one person, they do some fucked up shit, but I don't look at it as them doing some fucked up shit. I look at it as, okay, what allowed you or what made you want to do this? Because you weren't doing this before. So what changed in your life for you to feel like you had to do this to me? That's how I was doing it. Okay. Not more so like, oh, like, no, it was just more so like, no, you're not this person usually, so what made you want to do it? And yeah, some people know where that went, so that's fine. But it's on top of it's a loyalty thing, because I feel like with women, if it happens, more than likely, especially the guy friends or people around the guy are going to be like, oh, you know, he's just a guy's being a guy. I hate that fucking quote so much. I know you won't say it. I can
just see the disgust in your face.
I hate that quote so much. Like, it's just like, if I'm a girl, okay, I'm a girl, obviously, but like, a guy can go out here, do X, Y, and Z, and the woman's supposed to hold him down, because whatever he's doing is only not a moment of relapse. Is it moment of relapse? Yeah, moment of relapse. He's just on to some stupid little kid shit. And then once he's done with that, he gonna come back to you. So that's something that, unfortunately, in a way, gets taught to us.
He knows where home is, kind
right.
of shit. Yeah.
And it's just like, we're taught that, like, that's a good thing. But it's not a good thing. I mean, and I just posted a video about this on my Instagram story. Like, women get taught that men doing that shit, like, you have to get with a guy, and even though he does this shit, as long as he do all the other shit, it's okay. No. If the man wanted you, he's not gonna do no extra low down, disrespectful ass shit. As soon as he does that, take that don't be like me. Take that and understand that this is just not it. Like, it's just don't do it. Don't do it. Because there's so many men in this world that will do the utmost to be with you. And once you see that, and they're not even dating you, or they're not even in a relationship with you yet. So I feel like once women keep realizing that, like, there's men out here that's going to sweep you off your feet, kiss your foot, and just do the utmost, I think more women will stop. And I think more women have stopped indulging in these behaviors because they understand, like, it's a hot girl summer.
So with the end of what you said, there are men out there that will indulge you or that will, worship the ground you walk under. You're right. But in my experience, you don't like that nigga. You're not interested in that nigga. You're not sexually attracted to that nigga. Okay. So that nigga has no shot in actuality. So why don't women usually go for that man? If that's the case, because you guys clearly see it. You guys clearly know he's there. Since you just said there are men out there that will do X, Y, and Z. So why don't you lower your standards a little bit to physical standards, lower your physical standards a little bit to get the happiness that you so hard want to enjoy and deserve?
Because for some people, it's a physical thing. Like, I know some girls where they've gone that route and they just felt bad for even getting involved, like, for even getting into the situation, because it's like they got a person, he's cool, but like that physical shit is just not clicking in with the emotional shit. So they're just like,
women need both. You need both.
We need both. I'm always like a personality person, or at least I was. I still am, but like, as I get older, looks become more and more important. And like I said, when I see somebody that looks like they take care of themselves, that makes me attracted to them. So, I don't know.
So you don't know why you guys can't do that?
Can't do what? Pick a person that's not as...
Yeah.
I mean, no, some girls do. Some girls do. Don't play.
Do you consider that settling? That's the real question. Are you settling when you do that?
That's
when you yeah, because are you settling if you settle for a man that has everything you want emotionally, but not everything you want physically?
I think it goes both ways.
How sway?
You could be with somebody that does have it physically and doesn't have anything, but you'll settle for that. You'll be settling both ways.
Yeah, but men aren't as emotional as women are, so we may not need it as much as you do. And I think that's just human nature. Like, yeah, I have emotions, but I don't feel my emotions nearly the way you do. Or I'm not as in tune to my emotions nearly as much as you are. So it's not really like, yeah, I want a girl that obviously, cares about me, can be there for me when I need her to, but other than that, it's like I'm not gonna emotional. That's not really that big a deal to me.
No, I hear it. I don't know. It's you gotta ask other females about that. It really depends on the person, and then also another thing is, like, a lot of girls have to go through, like, I call it La La Land. Once a girl is like not rid of her innocence, but once she starts looking at the world like it's full of unicorns and rainbows, and she understands the world around her, it's like, oh,
this is what it is.
Like, this is what it is. Because that's how a lot of girls really get into it. It's usually someone they meet when they're younger on, and then they think they're the whole world, and then once they get shown more, and once they start dealing with more people, like, everything starts to become more visible. My friend said this one thing. She said this to me. She said, once you start dealing with other people, sexually, dating, whatever the case may be, whatever hold that person has on you, it starts to diminish. Because you're not just looking at them like they're like everything. You're looking at everything as a whole. So I think that's another thing too.
You're right. But then again, to get back to the main question, why do women go back to men that hurt them? I've had women who, after getting hurt by a man, start hoeing, and then that void is not filled. They feel they want their man back even more as a result of that, because those other men aren't able to make her feel the way he made him feel. You know what I mean?
So then the girl herself, she has a lot of work to do.
That's it. Okay.
Like, a lot of emotional, a lot of inner work, a lot of self-worth. Like, like I said, it's just waking up out of La La Land and just stop putting energy in everybody else and really start putting energy in yourself. Because there's one thing you will definitely see, especially with that situation. Most girls, if they start hoeing after they break up with somebody, they realize like that was probably not the best route to go about. They probably needed to just stay by themselves and really like refine and refocus on like what went wrong with that situation so that I don't keep doing it over and over again. But it's definitely a lot of self-worth though. A lot of self-work, a lot of self-worth, and getting out of La La Land.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. Do you want to do one more question or you want to go into music?
I think we can do. No, what about your opinion?
All right, yeah. So before we took a 1 week hiatus from the show, Dev and Imani essentially had a question. They started off the podcast with 2 weeks ago, and it was essentially Dev asking Imani what her opinion was on why black men get shunned for dating white women, and she did a great job. Like Imani did a great job speaking for me. Basically articulating how I feel, but I felt like y'all needed to hear it from the man himself, because as we know, my history, it's no secret that I fuck with white girls, but I don't discriminate against anyone. But the reason I think black men get shunned from dating white women is because the women or the men that are dating the white women are the men that black women want. Therefore, they're going to feel some type of way when the man they want is not available. That's honestly how I've always seen it, and I never taken any type of way. Whenever I get a look or a comment, I'm taking it as, damn, I'm that nigga. Because you ain't going to waste your energy. You're not going to waste your breath on someone you give no fucks about. You're not interested in. It doesn't make sense. Why waste your energy if you're not interested? There's that. But for me, the reason why I fuck with white women is because, like she said on the show, I grew up in Medford, Massachusetts. Okay. I went to McGlynn Elementary, McGlynn Middle School, Medford High School. Did you hear the first two names I said? McGlynn.
You even need to say all that. You just
those are Irish names, bruh.
If you walk through Medford, you know what type of demographics you're
like, yo, nothing but white people there. I love white people. It's all good.
Oh, God.
I've learned, growing up in Medford, it's taught me how to code switch. It's taught me how to get along. Yep. It's taught me, it's given me a well-rounded personality and understanding of the world.
Okay.
It's made me really tolerable to other races. I'm grateful for my experience in Medford. I love Medford. But Medford High, I'm sorry, nothing but white girls. And you got to understand, at the time when I was actually getting into women, we were all going through puberty for one. Okay. So we were all butt ugly. Like, looking back, we were all butt ugly, but I was ugly as shit myself. So,
that was cute.
I had to get what I could get. So
that was cute.
There weren't many, black women in Medford High at all. And even if they were, they just probably weren't up to my standards. And because the numbers of black to white, there's just so many other white women than black women. Of course, I'm gonna end up going with a white woman. Now, when we get to college, let me tell you, that's when I realized, like, yo, these white women ain't shit. We got you Cape Verdeans, you got your African shorties, you got your Somalian shorties. I'm getting specific with the African, Kenyan, Ethiopian.
Did you even deal with your kind?
Haitian? Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Fuck with Haitian. Spanish. I've never fucked with an Asian girl. That's the only thing I can definitely say I've never done. I've fucked with an Indian girl, but never Asian. So I say all that to say, yes, I like white women, but I love all women. I don't discriminate. And I don't think that, whenever a black woman is giving me a look for being with a white woman, I've seen this look plenty of times, so it doesn't bother me at all. I just think like, yo, you think I look good and you would fuck with me if you didn't see me with this girl. That's all. That's how I see it. So I take it as a brush your shoulder off, player. You look good. It is what it is. Comes with the territory type shit. I don't know how other people take it, and I don't really care, but that's how I feel.
I think that's just one way of looking at it. But you always gonna look at yourself like you the sexiest man in life. So go off.
Should you not?
You should, but you just not? Assuming that it's because like they want you particularly. No, it's
so
just a reflection of like if some black girls see a interracial couple, they'll be looking at it like, Nigga, what? Not saying I do that, but I have heard girls be like, bro, look at him over there with that white girl. And they be like, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, you
I got a lot of white friends. There ain't
nothing
wrong. Listen. Okay.
Honestly, we're going to keep it at that because y'all already had an episode about this topic. We ain't got to get into it because I could go for days about this because...
That's your life.
You know, I mean, it's my life. You know what I mean? I still fuck with white girls to this day. It is what it is, but I fuck with all girls. With that being said, let's get into new music. Did you listen to Young Thug's new album, Punk?
I did.
What was your opinion?
It was cool. I'll be honest, it was cool. It was cool. I think the last one definitely hit more for me
than song?
This. No, the last
album
definitely hit for me more than this one. There was a couple of them on there that I did like, so I will point that out. I did like Stressed. I liked Bubbly. I liked Day Before. I'm really trying to remember. This is how you know I didn't really like it like that much. Jesus, Peeping Out the Window and Contagious. I think those were my little picks.
So
overall, it was okay. It wasn't like what was it? Life is Hard. Was that the name of the old one?
Slime Language is the one before this.
Ow. Why did I think Life was hard? Was that Little Baby?
Yeah.
Ow. Anywho, yes, I thought the last one was better. This one was okay. But what did you think about it?
So you're talking, what, for people that don't know, she's talking about Slime Language.
Oh, no, I lied. So much fun, we. Cats.
Oh, you're talking about the 29. Oh, I thought you meant the one before this shit.
No.
Okay, yeah. So Much Fun was a good album.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's Thug's best album. To me, Thug's best album is either Slime Season 3 or The Barter 6. Nothing he's dropped recently would be considered his best album in my opinion. But if I'm talking about Punk, I would say this is a solid project. This to me shows the evolution of Thug, because if you listen to his music from when he first came out and throughout his career, it sounds nothing like this album at all. It's mostly hard rap, him just with mad ad-libs, a lot of features, and just getting you lit and riled up, really. This is a smooth album. Yeah. It's a really smooth album. There's a lot of different vibes on it. There's Bubbly, I feel like is really the only song that's meant to get you lit on this album. Other than that, you're just really meant to just listen, vibe, and just sing along with Thug. And that's the kind of vibe I got with it. So I wouldn't say this is my favorite album, but this is definitely a good album for Young Thug. And I love the evolution it shows in his creative ability and artistic ability. For me, I'll say Stressed, great song. Bubbly, we already know that's a great song. Insure My Wrist with Gunna, you already know that's beautiful. And my personal favorite is Dropping Jewels. I think that song's fucking fire. I've been playing that on repeat ever since it came out. That's actually my vibe of the week as well. Okay. And Thug is just talking his talk on that shit. The beat is fire. It's smooth. It's melodic. Nothing crazy about it. It's just a solid song, and it just pops out to me on the album itself. So that's honestly what I think of Punk. But I wish Thug would give me some old Thug feels, because I would love to, get riled up like I did with Slime Season 3 or The Barter 6, for example. But
do you feel like he's going to do that, or do you feel like he's past that?
I mean, Thug is probably past that right now. He's making so much money, like he doesn't even put out that much music anymore, if you really think about it, because this man used to really just drop music every freaking week, like single mixtape, album, mixtape. Now he's really just sitting back. He got his YSL label. He got, you know what I mean? He got Baby. He got Gunna. He probably making money off them. He's doing his thing. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. So I think it's definitely a great project, a good project. If you haven't listened to it, definitely go check it out. But did you listen to Wale's Florin 2?
I did listen to Florin 2. I love me some Wale. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like he's a bit underrated.
People say that. Do you? I don't think so. Really?
I feel like he's a bit underrated. I feel like he sets a vibe, and it's just not the same as most rappers out there. And even though he's on the hip hop scene, I think he favors the smooth, like R&B feel, and I don't think a lot of niggas really want to be listening to that all the time. Like you said, they want to listen to Future and Gunna and get, crazy. He's more for the females. But this one was okay. What I say is his best album? No, I think his best album was the album about nothing that was back in 2015. I think that was his best. Oh, actually, no, I lied to you.
You know what's crazy? I'd never listened to that album. I gotta listen to it. The album about nothing. Okay.
But what did I like off of this? I like Dearly Beloved, Loved Angels, Light Years, Poke It Out, Go Crazy. I play it every morning when I get ready for class.
Yep.
And New Balances.
I thought I like this better than Florin. I'll say that. Mm-hmm. This was a solid project. I don't think Wale is underrated. I think he just has his certain following. Like, you know how YoungBoy has his following and they're loyal to the loyalist shit? I think that's Wale. He just has a certain following and they're very loyal to him, and he wants a bigger following.
True.
That's really all it is. Because he's never really been like a mainstream rapper. Mm-mm. Like, he's known all over the country, but he's never really been that big name artist. But you know who the fuck Wale is.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when he dropped this album, I'm definitely going to give it a listen because I appreciate what he's done for the music. He's been in the game like 10 plus years at this point. So anytime he drops something, I'm going to listen to it. And I agree with you. This was definitely a great project. New Balances, my shit. Poke It Out, you already know, featuring J. Cole. That's my shit. I thought Dearly Beloved with Jamie Foxx was pretty good, to be honest, too. I like Jamie Foxx on that shit. It reminded me of Jamie Foxx back in the day. But and Tiffany Nikes. Those are all good songs, and this is a solid project itself. And Wale just continues to be solid in the rap game and just give you consistency. So I appreciated that. Kawhi Leonard dropped an album, Culture Jam.
That was alright. It was okay. It was alright.
It was alright.
He had a little cute couple parents.
Nah, I mean, he had Uzi featuring. He had Gunna featured on that. You know, what I mean, he was he was doing his thing. YoungBoy also did a feature, but he'll be alright. And then Gucci Mane came out with a So Icy Boys album. That's basically his label. He had everyone on his label on that. Pooh, Fujiano, Big 30's on there as well. Like, the entire Memphis rap scene is on that shit as well as a little mix of Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So definitely go listen to that if you want get lit, feel like shooting people, be a part of the culture. Nah, I mean, enjoy yourself. But let's get into reality checks. Yeah, my reality check is to just focus on yourself. I mean, with the way the world is going, we live in a very selfish, independent ass world, especially America itself. Very, very independent, very selfish. So I'm not saying be selfish, but I'm just saying focus on yourself and make sure you're good before extending yourself to other people, because you can't water anyone else's flowers until yours are watered itself. And with that being said, I'm gonna just keep it short and sweet and just make sure you're prioritizing yourself and you're putting yourself first, because you're the most important person in your world.
Okay, mine actually ties into that, so that's good. It goes into one of the topics we spoke about today, like a woman understanding her self-worth. So my reality check is to remind others to stop letting others dim your limelight. And especially as a female, as she's growing older, actually, you know what? I'm going to generalize it to everybody. Anybody who's in their 20s, literally put in so much energy that you have into yourself. Whatever it is you want to do in life, literally put all your energy into that. Make everything second. And the moment you start doing that, the moment you start to feel the change, you start to feel a difference, and you start to like the difference as well. So stop letting others dim your limelight. Stop putting energy into other people. Focus on yourself. Build good habits. And that's it for me.
And that was your first ever 1-2 episode with your boy Rich and Imani. I hope you guys had a great time. Like I said in the beginning of the episode, we still got merch from the fall collection and summer collection as well. Get that while you can, because we got some new things in store. Also, don't forget to go on Hip Hop Daily as well. Vote for us as best platform, The Urban Product. All your support, we really appreciate that. But with that being said, it's been your boy Cozy Rich.
It's been your girl Imani.
And y'all have a great fucking rest of the night. Love.
Sometimes I just think about why the grind so slow. Been losing my dogs, like why is this life so cold? I gotta keep praying, just hope my dreams unfold. But I gotta stop stressing what's out of my control. I'm sitting back thinking about all the dimes I sold, the lies I told, but this the life I chose. On the road with my brothers, I know my guys won't fold. So even if we enemies, I promise you'll remember me. And I'm still riding solo, riding dolo till the wheels fall off. I ain't worried about no bitch, cause I'm a real top dog. Disrespect any of the guys, that's how you get knocked off. And I done seen this shit so much, yellow tape and white chalk. You learn to move on, and niggas want me gone so I can't move on. I'm in the hills, I miss my niggas, it been too long. Can't slow me down, so when I fuck, I keep my shoes on. So Brody, fuck that old shit, let's make a new song. Let's give the streets what they relate to. If I was in the same position as you, I would hate to. Some niggas chase the clout, but that will never ever make you. The streets ain't accept me, so all my life I had to break through. My OG can't even come back to the States. My little brother was born, shit, I can't wait to see it.